Happy New Year from the Hill City. The first game of 2026 inside Turner Gymnasium. It's the Lynchburg women's basketball team playing host to a Johnson and Wales talented squad. Both of these teams have started off their season in excellent fashion. Lynchburg, through 9 games, boasts a record of 7-2. On their home floor, they've been quite impressive, 4-1 as well. Meanwhile, on the flip side, for Johnson and Wales, a team coming up 95 out of Charlotte, North Carolina, walks in with a record of 7-3 through their first 10 games. But the one underlying factor with this squad this season, unblemished, perfect 7-0 on their home floor, but still searching for that first road victory, 0-3 on the season. Fresh off a pair of ODAC losses, both on the road in Greensboro against Guilford, a 75-88 loss, then followed by a whopping 30-point defeat at Averett, down low in Danville, 60-90. Let's walk you through the numbers and show you what these teams have done so far this season, just in terms of by the paper. Lynchburg averaging just under 70 points per game while holding their opponents to 58. The field goal percentage has been a big factor, but Johnson and Wales, a team that dominates on the rebounds with 49 boards per game. National anthem coming up. We will step aside momentarily. Starting lineups and players to watch coming your way when we get back on FloSports.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Hello and welcome back into Lynchburg, Virginia, inside Turner Gymnasium. Moments away from tip-off as the Hornets welcome the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales. Let's walk you through the starting 5 for each respective squad. First, for Johnson and Wales. The backcourt consists of Preston, Davis, and Daniels. That front court duo of Rawlings and Toscano. Toscano has been one of the elite playmakers for this squad this season, averaging a team-leading 12.9 points per game, along with 11.4 boards per game. She is averaging a double-double through her first 10 games as a freshman. She has certainly been the highlight of this team season thus far. We'll see what she can cook up today. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Lynchburg gets something back in their starting five as we take a peek. Right at the top of the order, Kate Littlejohn, welcome back, making her first appearance since November. Then Sayla Parker, Audra Petty, and Brooke Kaysen round out that four-guard small ball lineup. And Bree Spainhour, the two-sport athlete, holding down the paint in the restricted area. But Kate Littlejohn, her impact coming back into this affair and coming back to a Lynchburg team that has been red hot through their first 9 games with 7 wins. She's going to play a big-time factor. She's second in the team scoring, granted through a much smaller sample size after coming back from that injury, but shooting 50% from beyond the arc, and the defensive pressure that the veteran guard can add on the perimeter, averaging just a tick over 2 steals a contest. Certainly going to add some depth to this backcourt. But while Littlejohn has been gone, there have been a whole lot of new names and faces that have really risen to the occasion. Madison Hoffman, someone that really stepped into that starting lineup well, a transfer guard for Lynchburg, along with a handful of freshmen. Natalie Poole, somebody else that has been heavily involved in that Lynchburg rotation ever since Littlejohn went down. Nevertheless, Littlejohn's back. Lynchburg in the all-whites. Johnson and the Wales in the all-blues. Opening tip is up and away, won by the Wildcats. Quick trigger, basket no good. Littlejohn corrals the board as it ripped away, and an easy lay-in with the right hand. The two ladies that we highlighted coming into this one, and Toscano gets the best of Littlejohn this time around. 2-0. Bouncer from Bree, looking for Petty, air ball. Bree's right there to clean it up, and a foul drawn by Spainhour. Lynchburg will inbound underneath their own basket. Petty over for Parker. Right back to her. Now Kaysen. Spainhour. A cutting Parker. Draws another whistle. This time it'll go against Erica Rawlings, the sophomore forward out of Wendell, North Carolina. You don't know much about Johnson and Wales as a Hornet fan. This is actually the first time these two respective programs have ever faced off. Johnson and Wales just south of Lynchburg. As here's Littlejohn. Can't connect on her first jumper. Back in action. Set it strong. Rebound by the Wildcats. Pull up. Money. Nothing but nylon for Coretta Daniels. A strong start to the afternoon for Johnson and Wales, and the tough defense causes a turnover. .40 Wildcats out in front. Dish to the corner, dribble drive inside, pump fake. And she'll settle, kick it back out. Long triple, no good. Off the left iron, corralled by Petty. Once again, ripped away in the backcourt, and a jump ball. Possession arrow with the Hornets right now. But nearly another turnover. This full court pressure has given Lynchburg a whole lot of problems here in the first 3 minutes of the new year. Through the middle for the forward, Bree Spainhour. Now Kaysen on the outside. Kicked out. Here's Littlejohn. No good once again. Can't get it on the money. Back rim. Long rebound. Picked up by Spainauer. Shot clock resets. Kaysen letting it fly. No good. Rebound, Wildcats. Preston can't get across the timeline. Now she does. A long heave into the front court. It's Davis. Back over for the point guard, Preston. Wants to go to their leading scorer. Toscano showing you why. Another bucket for the freshman forward. She's up to 4 points tonight. Kaysen beats the pressure over for Parker. Now Petty will let it go. Petty connects from deep. It's a Lynchburg team that's going to live by the three and die by the three. They were cold to start, but finds their rhythm right there. But what a response. Corletta Daniels with her second bucket of the night. Wildcats lead 3-9 in a backcourt violation. If you don't know, Johnson & Wales is a culinary institute, and right now this squad is cooking. And you would think they're all majoring in bacon the way they're forcing all these turnovers. Oh my goodness. We'll take another look at that triple, the response from Corletta Daniels. 9-3, Toscano. Finger roll finish, no good. Draws the whistle and a charge. Set by Bree Spainauer. A nice plant from the senior forward. Now we'll see Madison Hoffman check in for the first time today. That will send Sayla Parker to the sideline. Once again, Spainauer's pass taken away. Johnson & Wales can't capitalize, kept in play. Drive towards the baseline, dish back up top. Little John pokes it free, ball still loose. And a traveling violation called on the Wildcats. Sydney Wells trying to get back to her feet while she was on the deck. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Hoffman, pump fake, got her in the air. Little John can't get the basket to fall. 0 for 3 to start her first game back. Extra pass, corner three, no good. Spainauer with the board, looking to go coast to coast. Crossing over, spinning back, dishes outside. Extra pass, Hoffman straight away. No good. A little bit of contact on that rebound. Trickles out of play, last touched by Toscano. We'll get a pair of substitutions. Little John heads to the sideline. Poole comes in for Johnson & Wales. We'll see Crawford check in for the first time today alongside Lakin Powell. Inbound to Petty. Over for Kaysen. Poole, straight away, triple. Air ball. This is not how Allison Nichols and company hope to ring in the new year. Just one field goal made through their first 8 attempts. Nevertheless, it seems like both teams have a little bit of rust on them to kick off 2026. It's been a defensive battle thus far. A key element has been the defensive pressure applied by Johnson & Wales in the backcourt. Hornets go to a 2-3 zone and it causes troubles. Another turnover for Johnson & Wales. Here's Hoffman. Down the left sideline over for Kaysen. Going underneath, and Jacobisi can't reel it in. Back-to-back turnovers. Five turnovers for Lynchburg, 3 for Johnson & Wales. We're 4.5 minutes into this one. Baseline. Another turnover. Back to back to back to back. Double it and pass it on to the next person. Right now, Lynchburg, 3 points, 5 turnovers. In trouble with making it 6. Hoffman just barely gets it across the timeline. Now Spainhour, cross court. Kaysen, book it. 6-9, Johnson and Wales out in front. 5 minutes to play here in the first. Going underneath, poked away. Kaysen tried to keep it alive, but went right into the breadbasket of Powell. Right on the doorstep, banks it up and in. Just like that, Wildcats back out in front by 5. Poole flips the floor. Hoffman, trap comes, gets it away. Jacobisi. Kaysen. Poole has it poked. Her pocket picked. 2-man game. Layup is up and in. Fast break score from the Wildcats, where great defense turned into even better offense once again. The 7th Lynchburg turnover. Kaysen, near side angle, on the mark. The three-pointer keeping Lynchburg in this affair. 3 baskets, all of them from downtown. They trail by 4. Corner 3, you bet. Every single time the Wildcats have an answer. This time around it's Sydney Wells. Here comes Lynchburg the other way. Breaking the press, Bree Spainhour. Couldn't draw the contact, but they'll say last touch by the Wildcats, and that'll take us to our first immediate timeout. 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Hornets trailing by 7, 9, 16. Wildcats out in front. The Hornets right now letting it fly from downtown. 3 triples on 7 attempts. It's keeping them alive in this ball game. All 9 points have come from that part of the floor. But the Wildcats' defensive pressure has really turned up the heat, and they're starting to cook in the Hornets' home kitchen. Here's Little John. Bounce pass over for Petty. Dished out for Kaysen. Good ball movement right now from Lynchburg. Kaysen on the far angle. Jacobisi wants to go. 3 on the shot clock. Got to put something in the air, and another Lynchburg turnover. Their 7th turnover in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. A combined 11 turnovers here through the first 7 minutes of play. Drive down the right side. Euro step through contact, but a travel called on Daniels. That now the 5th turnover for Johnson and Wales. Full court pressure once again. Through the middle for Petty. Quick passing helps him break the press. Petty gets it right back off the pass from Schaefer. Spinning to her left, fading away. Kissed off the glass and in for a pair. 11-16. Daniels up top to her point guard. Preston will orchestrate the offense. Down low to the low block. Layup no good, but a foul was drawn. Jacob Bisi earns her first personal. That is Lynchburg's first team foul as well here in the first quarter. As you look at the move from Daniels, a flashy finish, trying to get the acrobatic lay-in, but couldn't get it to fall. TB will check into the game for the first time today. Taylor Brown adds a little bit of height to this Lynchburg lineup. 6'2" forward out of Charleston, South Carolina. First attempt is up and through. Wildcats back out in front by 6. Daniels, a 50% free throw shooter this season. Earns them both. We highlighted Johnson and Wales and their turnovers themselves this season in the open. The team that averages 21.7 turnovers. And you see that and say, oh my goodness, that's a whole lot, as Lynchburg finally connects on their first field goal in a handful of minutes. It's a Johnson and Wales team that averages just under 22 turnovers per game. Preston straightaway 3, no good. However, they force 25.5 turnovers a game. That is unbelievable, as there's another turnover on Lynchburg as Petty is whistled for the travel. Petty and Daniels leading the way for each respective team right now with 7 points. Toscano, the team's leading scorer, with it now. Corner 3, off the mark. Schaefer the rebound. Littlejohn will bring it across half court. Long pass. A 3. That's no good by Jenna Sawyers. Nearly lost it, bringing up the floor right there, but a corner 3 for Daniels. Nothing but nylon. She has been scorching hot from distance. As Sawyers finds herself in trouble, throws it away. Daniels goes up strong, earns the whistle. A hard foul by Littlejohn. Looked like she might have taken a hit to the noggin. The 9th turnover by Lynchburg. This team is fun to watch. I will tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Johnson and Wales team that flies around the floor. And right now they're giving a Lynchburg team that has been very, very strong this season a run for their money. Well, it hasn't been a pretty first quarter. It's been a fun one. And right now, Johnson and Wales just turning up that heat. Daniels will take his seat on the sideline, so
in the game, shooting free throws, number 15.
Sydney Wells will come in to shoot the free throws. It's been a while since I've seen that. And it's always tough to remember who gets to choose, whether it's the away coach or home coach, on who's shooting those attempts. Nevertheless, Wells comes into this contest to shoot them both. Drills the first one. Wells this season is a 57.1 free throw percent shooter. Knocks them both in there. Johnson and Wales with their largest lead of the day. Sawyers over for Littlejohn. Up the court for Petty. Trap comes in the top corner. Over for Littlejohn. Schaefer for Sawyers. Drives inside, lost the handle, poked away. Ball's free, gets it back. Littlejohn at the logo. Driving to her right, lost her footing. And a travel called on the Hornets.
Back in the game for Lynchburg, number 3.
Madison Hoffman re-enters the affair after Lynchburg is tagged with their 10th turnover of the first quarter. Through 9 minutes, 10 turnovers, 5 made shots. Wells dishes over for Rawlings, swings to the near side. Baseline drive, spinning back, no good. Littlejohn comes in hard, and a loose ball foul on Kate Littlejohn. Brought out the truck stick for Erica Rawlings as she was chasing down the board. Team's third foul, Littlejohn's second. She'll head to the sideline. Brooke Kaysen will re-enter the contest for the Hornets. Offensive foul. An illegal screen set by Rawlings, who drew the foul on the loose ball. Now it goes right back the other way. Hornets looking for a field goal, trying to cut into this deficit. They've been scoreless the last 2 minutes. Sawyers. Handoff Kaysen. Right back to Sawyers. Petty wants to go. Back out for Hoffman. In the corner, Sawyers. The defensive pressure, uncanny. Another turnover. A steal by the Wildcats. They got a chance to take the last shot of the quarter. Drive inside, left-hand lay-in is up and in. Johnson and Wales. Wow, a foul was called with no time left on the clock. We were ready to take you to break. We've got the replay package running from the first quarter, but we're not done yet. We still got a pair of free throws. What's interesting to see is if this will be 2 or 3. Was she fouled in the act? If that's the case, 3 free throws. If it's deemed just a common foul, they're in the bonus, so it would only be 2.
Free throws for number 3, Madison Hoffman.
I've gotten no signal yet, so we'll find this out together. .4 added onto the clock. That is enough technically to get a shot off. Looks like they're going to take this to replay. Well, the Bakers are up by a dozen. 25-13. It has been one of the most peculiar halves you'll see. 17 combined turnovers, which quite frankly is on brand for this Johnson and Wales team. They have 5 steals to Lynchburg's 0, 8 points in the paint to Lynchburg's 2. The Wildcats have also scored 11 points off the bench. They have certainly shared the wealth, but it has been Daniels who has been unbelievable thus far. Perfect from the field, 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 from the stripe. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, Audra Petty leads the way with 7 points. Brooke Kaysen with 6. Nobody else has scored for Lynchburg. All 13 points coming from that backcourt tandem of 23 and 24. Nevertheless, Bree Spainhour does lead the team in rebounding with 3 boards thus far. No real disparity on the rebounds whatsoever. 7 apiece for both teams, and both teams just have 2 offensive rebounds to 5 defensive. Right now, it's been all about the turnovers. You've got a Johnson and Wales team that has been quite efficient today, 9 of 16, shooting 56%. They've made 4 more shots than Lynchburg, but there's also taken 4 more shots than Lynchburg just because of all those turnovers. Right now, if you're the Hornets, these pair of free throws a great opportunity to get right back into it and put yourself in a better spot going into quarter number 2. Hoffman at the line. She is awarded 3 free throws, so it was called on the shot. Hoffman's first attempt is up and in. She has just shot 2 free throws all season. She made them both. Now up to 3 for 3. Second is up and in. You could hear a pin drop in this gym right now. Instead, I'm the only guy talking. Back down to a 10-point game. Hoffman with a chance to cut it to single digits before we hit the intermission. And rattles in and out. Number 3 can't go 3 for 3. And that takes us to the end of the first. 15-25. 10 more coming your way on FloSports.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Hello, my name is Brooke Marcy. I'm the director here at the Dara Museum, but I'm not just the director. I am also a teacher here at University of Lynchburg. I teach drawing and printmaking, and I'm also an artist. I wanted to show you all a little bit about the Dara and what we have to offer, especially to our students. I tell my students that our greatest gift that we give as artists is allowing others to see the way we see. And I truly believe that that is our greatest gift. That is one of the true powers of art. Expanding one's horizons, making a person's world bigger. Because I think the bigger our worlds are and the more we know about the worlds in which we live, the more we start to understand ourselves. And art acts as that conduit between kind of getting to know ourselves and getting to know the world around us. As you can see in our collection right here, you can see we have works from Africa and from Asia, from Oceania. Those works are introducing the students to different cultures, different ideas, different traditions. How important to see through those artists' eyes the reason in which those works were created. And when they were created, they're also talking to a time and a space, a time and a place and a space in which
welcome you back inside Turner Gymnasium on Wayne Profit Court. 25-15 Wildcats over top of the Hornets. Lynchburg bringing back out that 2-3 zone to kick off the quarter. After what was a very sloppy offensive 10 minutes of play from both parties. Corner three, Daniels. Oh my goodness. 4 for 4 from the field, 3 of 3 from deep. Hoffman over for Petty. One more pass. Spainhour, power dribble, goes up strong. Botched the lay-in, blocked by the rim. Here come the Wildcats the other way. Corner three, no good. Long rebound, Daniels. Right back outside for Preston. Drives in, step back. One more try from deep. No good, same spot. Toscano has it ripped away by Kaysen. A physical rebound. Now Petty into the front court. Dished off for Spainhour underneath Parker from the short corner. Back up to straightaway, top of the key. At the stripe, it's Spainhour. Left-hand lay-in, rattles home. Bree Spainhour gets on the board for the first time today. Toscano buries it from downtown. Lynchburg beats the pressure. Can't find any points in 7-second offense. Spainhour reverses for Kaysen. Now Petty travel. Twelfth turnover from Lynchburg today through 12 minutes. Right now they're on pace for 60. Well, the three balls what can keep them in it. Right now, Johnson and Wales done a great job of countering with triples of their own. Hoffman leaves it for Petty. Off the back iron. Loose ball, Spainhour. That's going to be a foul. It's either going to be a defensive foul or an over in the back. I'll say that diving attempt from Daniels earned the whistle on a push. Or rather, they'll give it to Davis, pardon me. Kyra Davis, the sophomore guard out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Tad with a whistle. Kayla Sledge enters the game for the first time today. You know, one thing that I've noticed is the referees, they don't make anybody tuck in their jerseys. Just an observation. No partner for me up here today, so I've just got to make the observations when I see them, talk to myself. It seemed like it might have been an inadvertent whistle. Wanted to fix the clock. Shot clock at 10 seconds. 7.5 to go in the first half. Parker drives to her left. Pick and pop for Sledge from the nail, no good. Rebound gathered by Johnson and Wales. Tried to keep it alive. Lynchburg, Kaysen for three. Yes! Brooke Kaysen up to 9 points today. She has been brilliant from the perimeter, 3 of 4. And a traveling violation called on the Wildcats. Here come the Hornets. Kaysen, or rather Spainhour, took a bump right there from Sydney Wells. Lynchburg's done a great job of staying out in foul trouble. Meanwhile, 2 fouls this quarter for Johnson and Wales after going over 5 last quarter. Kaysen underneath for Sledge. Kicked out short corner. Parker, no good. Offensive rebound from the small guard and Hoffman. Sledge underneath. Now Spainhour up and in. Bree Spainhour with her second bucket of the day. If Lynchburg's going to try and mount a comeback and get back into this bowl game, Spainhour's going to have to play a big role. Hoffman with a tie-up. And possession arrow with Lynchburg. Natalie Poole back in for the Hornets. Toscano returns for the Wildcats. Lynchburg has still yet to lead. Wildcats have been up by as many as 14 as you take another look at Spainhour's second basket of the day. Sledge underneath for Spainhour. Goes right back at it, up and in. Bree Spainhour, back-to-back buckets, and the Wildcats want to talk things over. 24-31, Lynchburg cutting into the lead. Thus far, it's been raining from downtown. A handful of triples for each respective party. Lynchburg 4 of 10 from deep. Meanwhile, the Wildcats 5 of 13. Daniel's been leading that charge for Johnson, and Wales a perfect 3 of 3. She's got the ball on a string now. Kicks out for Preston. Step back triple. Well off the mark, but Kayla Sledge got it tucked behind her back and fell out of bounds with it. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. They're going to take another look because it never hit the rim, and Lynchburg never had clear possession. So it's either 30 and Sledge fell out of bounds, or it'll reset to right about 17. Dead silent in this gymnasium right now. They'll stick with 20. A nice play design, but better defense from Brooke Kaysen. Pokes it away for Lynchburg's second steal of the day. Sledge out for Hoffman. Down low for Sledge, had it poked away. Lynchburg maintains possession. Inbound for Hoffman with 5.5 to go here in the first half of action. Kaysen drives, kicks, swung around the horn for Poole. Back over for Kaysen, 4 on the shot clock. Floater won't go. Blocked out of bounds with 2 remaining on the ticker. Lynchburg's got to get something quick. Inside for Spainhour, blocked by the rim, out of bounds. Wildcats take over. Preston will bring it across the logo, dished over for Tistano. Pass to the far side of the floor, now underneath. Draws in the defender, kicks out for 3. Kyra Davis drains it from deep. Wildcats back out in front by double figures. Hoffman in the far corner. Baseball pass over for the other side. Three-pointer won't go from Poole. Hoffman rebound. Now Sledge, a fadeaway jumper that's no good. Hoffman pokes it away, out of play. Wildcats maintain possession with 24 seconds on the shot clock. It's been a streaky game for Lynchburg. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Haven't had enough fuel in the tank quite yet to mount a full comeback. Wildcats have led from the opening tip-off. Loose ball and a foul called on Hoffman. You gotta like the hustle there from the transfer guard. Hoffman, a sophomore out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Transferred in from Francis Marion University. Daniels outside, Preston. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Trying to draw contact, can't get the whistle. Wells hit the deck hard. Lynchburg wanted to go the other way. Kaysen for Spainhour. Right back to Kaysen. Corner three. No good. Offensive rebound, Poole. Poked away. Ball still loose. On the floor. It's going to be a jump. Possession arrow with the Wildcats. Parker and Jacobisi back in for Lynchburg. Poole and Sledge head to the sideline. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wildcats out in front by double figures. Both squads, just one made field goal in their last 5 attempts, and a carry was called, bringing it up the floor. It's been that kind of day. 11 turnovers for Johnson and Wales, 12 for Lynchburg. Spainhour off the inbound. Finds Parker. Jacobisi at the stripe. Pulls up from 6, gets it to go. An easy jumper, nothing but nylon. Jacobisi gets on the board for the first time today. Just the 4th Hornet with a made basket thus far. Daniels can't get the shooter's roll that time around. That's her first missed field goal today. Sayla Parker on the baseline. Back up top, Spainhour. Kicked over for Kaysen. Swings for Spainhour through traffic. Off the backboard. Fought for the offensive rebound. Last poked out of play by a white jersey. Johnson and Wales takes possession. Nichols wanted a foul. She's not getting it. Arms up in the air. Still having a word with the official. 8-point ball game. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Davis for Preston. Toscano dishes over in the corner. Kick backed up top to Daniels. Quick trigger, Toscano from the nail, no good. Offensive rebound, Davis, right place, right time. Gets the board and the bucket. Wildcats back out in front by 10. Jacobisi across midcourt, over for Kaysen in the near side. Jacobisi, nice move on the inside, can't get the finish. Passes over off the floor to Parker, who puts it up and in. Back to an 8-point game. Lynchburg looking for a little bit of a spark, but it all starts with his stop. Preston has other plans. Another triple for Johnson and Wales. That should have been another travel. Lynchburg got away with one right there. Jacobisi can't capitalize on the opportunity on her 8-foot jumper. Johnson and Wales on the other way. Watch your pockets. Brooke Kaysen takes it away. Bounce pass for Parker. Left-hand lay-in is up and in. Back down to single digits. Davis, a toe on the line, goes down for 2. Hoffman caught in his straitjacket, gets it away. Jacobisi for Petty, up and in. Minutes ago in the first half of play, 32-41. Davis for Daniels, now Preston. Trying to break this zone from Lynchburg. Daniels, short corner, no good. Offensive rebound. And Toscano, who's averaging a double-double this season, shows you why. Petty letting it fly. Nylon. Andra Petty with a team-high 12 points. 8-point ball game. Out of bounds, another turnover. A chance to hold for the last shot. Can't get anything off. Jacobisi and Hoffman back to the sideline. Poole has got to go. 5 seconds remaining. Poole, straightaway 3. No good. Couldn't get it to fall, and we head to the locker room. 35-43 in a sloppy offensive game with 24 combined turnovers, 12 apiece for each side. And the triples have played a big-time role in this affair. 7 made from deep for Johnson and Wales, 5 for the Hornets. We step aside. We'll be back with first half stats and the second half of action on FloSports.
Welcome to the Campus Recreational Department at the University of Lynchburg. We believe in a student-centered approach to recreation, making sure that all students have fun and engaging activities that promotes wellness, personal growth, and community building.
Our team works to provide a variety of recreation opportunities for all our undergrad and graduate students.
Let's take a look at the different areas of Campus Rec.
Campus Recreation covers all outdoor recreation. Our team offers dozens of trips per semester, maintains recreation facilities on campus, and offers outdoor certificates and leadership training.
Intramurals is open to all students who wants to play on a team. We have men's, women's, and co-ed leagues for each sport we offer.
Those looking for next level competition can join Club Sports. These are student-led organizations with the support of Campus Recreation. You can join one of our established Club Sports, or you can start your own with our support.
Campus Recreation offers an excellent amount of opportunities to stay active, make new friends, and develop new skills. We hope to see you soon.
Think a private education is too expensive? Think again. At the University of Lynchburg, you can get a personalized education for the cost of a state school. If you're commuting and you get our top scholarships, you could pay much less. And you get all that without the hassle of giant lecture halls. Our faculty know your name here and do more than just teach. You might even do research together and plan out your next career moves. college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
Get your career in the game by enrolling in the University of Lynchburg MBA program with an emphasis in sport management. This program opens the doors to new possibilities for a variety of careers, from being an athletic director or working in athletic administration to working for professional organizations, your favorite team, to running a local Parks and Rec department. And employers are increasingly requesting and preferring individuals who have postgraduate education, specifically looking for an MBA. And so the University of Lynchburg Sport Management concentration in the MBA program sets you up for success, and it sets you apart from the many other people looking for jobs in the industry. Learn from winners. Here you will learn from professors and mentors who have spent their careers doing exactly what you want to do. Increase your marketability in an $83 billion industry. If you have a 3.0 GPA, the GMAT is waived. There's no application fee, admissions occurs on a rolling basis, and our online program is ideal for working adults. When you enroll in this program, you enroll in the opportunity to learn from the best of the best. Your professors have a wealth of experience working in the sport industry that they share with you in the classroom setting. Get in the game by getting your MBA with a sport management concentration at the University of Lynchburg. You know, Hollywood, here I come. Hey, I meant, yeah.
The real Lindsay Piper's here.
Autographs are later.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and road course. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
When creating a sustainable future, your choices matter, even your choice of a college. The University of Lynchburg is the first college in Virginia to go carbon neutral. Our dining hall is Green Restaurant certified. We compost all of our food waste and purchase our electricity from landfill gas. Now we're turning a hazardous lake into a thriving urban wetland. When you choose Lynchburg, you leave a smaller footprint while building a better tomorrow.
Lynchburg is all about you, your ideas, and your goals. We've got one professor for every 10 students, so you can get all the support you need. In the classroom, in the lab, or in nature. You'll learn by putting yourself out there, and we're right there with you.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
It's almost April, and you guessed it, Give Day is coming.
It's been 119 years since the university was founded by Josephus Hopwood in April of 1903 with a gift of $100.
We're not asking that everyone give $3,000, though we won't turn you down if you do. How much you give isn't the point. It's that you join in on Give Day to give what you can.
$1 can't buy a cup of coffee, but if we all pitch in, those dollars can help fund some really impressive stuff.
Your help is improving our athletic facilities. I mean, have you seen this scoreboard? It's perfect for games and movie nights.
It may not be flashy, but you've helped update the AC and Hopsigler, and that's huge.
Think about it. We've got a cadaver lab in here.
And if that isn't your thing, this digital anatomy table was also funded with help of people just like you.
Remember when we had problems with the dam? Well, we've been working with the city to replace the old bridge, add the new traffic circle.
And with your support, College Lake is turning into a new urban wetland that students can learn in for years to come.
I mean, the Lynchburg Fund helps everywhere.
Lynchburg started with a $100 gift. That gift, combined with 119 years of hard work, dedication, and love, turned into all of this. Imagine what your gift can do.
Give Day 2022 is just around the corner, and today I'm inviting you to make history with me on Thursday, April 7th. During those 24 hours, we'll look back on 119 years and reimagine our future together. Did you know that our entire history is grounded in giving? The university we are today began in April 1903 with a gift of $100 from Dr. Josephus and Sarah Hopwood. On April 7th, we will continue that tradition of giving. So join me in supporting everything that makes this such an extraordinary place to live, learn, and grow. Gifts to the Lynchburg Fund support all aspects of your Lynchburg experience. They spark innovation and seek collaboration across campus and in our community. They fund research, study abroad trips, your favorite professors, and unforgettable moments. Yes, I'm talking about our new video scoreboard in Schellenberger Field. You can even make a gift in honor of someone who's made a difference in your life. Help us build on the generosity of our founders on Give Day 2022. Give Day is about paying it forward and giving together, and gifts of any size make a big difference. Learn more about Give Day 2022 at lynchburg.edu/giveday. You are such an integral part of our Lynchburg family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Barbara Rothamel, Director of the Dara Museum of Art here at the University of Lynchburg. I'm really excited that we can show you what we do here at the Dara Museum. We hold exhibitions throughout the academic year, changing them at least once during the course of each semester. Our exhibitions range from thematic concepts, works by specific artists, and really fortunately this spring we have works of art by our art faculty. So we have many opportunities throughout the year for confronting various social issues, examining the aesthetics of art, historical aspects, and so on, with our collections of American and European paintings, drawings, prints, and sculpture, as well as the art of world cultures, including Australia, Indonesia, and Africa. We've had an art gallery here at the University of Lynchburg since 1976. In 1995, it was named the Dara Gallery in honor of Pierre and Louise Dara. Since then, in the year 2020, we renamed it the Dara Museum of Art, which best exemplifies what we do with our collections, exhibitions, and educational programming. Our collections have grown over the year, and we now have more than 2,000 works of art in our permanent collection. We recently received a donation from the Andy Warhol Foundation that included serigraphs as well as many of his Polaroids taken of friends, acquaintances, and on the street over the years. So this is a very exciting aspect of our collection. We also received the donation of contemporary folk art from the late Professor James Owens, and our collection includes now the largest public selection of paintings by Lynchburg area folk artist Queena Stovall. Please consider a donation to the Dara Museum of Art on Give Day. We rely heavily on donations, both of funding that support our programs and educational initiatives, as well as the consideration of works of art for our collection. And don't forget, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Dara Museum U of L. Thank you. Hope to see you in the museum soon. Hi, I'm Barbara Rothenmel, Director of the Dara Museum of Art here at the University of Lynchburg. I'm really excited that we can show you what we do here at the Dara Museum. We hold exhibitions throughout the academic year, changing them at least once during the course of each semester. Our exhibitions range from thematic concepts, works by specific artists, and really fortunately this spring we have works of art by our art faculty. So we have many opportunities throughout the year for confronting various social issues, examining the aesthetics of art, historical aspects, and so on, with our collections of American and European paintings, drawings, prints, and sculpture, as well as the art of world cultures, including Australia, Indonesia,
And we welcome you back into Wayne Prophet Court here in Lynchburg, Virginia, as the Hornets trail the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales 43-35. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first 30 minutes of action. Lynchburg right now living by the three-pointers. 5 triples thus far, shooting 35.7%, but it's been a similar story for Johnson and Wales. 7 made triples on 18 attempts for a percentage of 38.9. But what really stands out in this contest is the turnovers. 12 for each side. It's a Johnson and Wales team that we've highlighted averaging about 22 turnovers a game, but forcing 26 per game, which is unbelievable numbers in that column. Right now, the Wildcats also win in the battle on the boards, 20-15. Both teams have done well in terms of offensive rebounds. 8 for Johnson and Wales, 7 for Lynchburg. Right now, the big disparity, though, is just on the defensive glass. That's where you find the biggest difference, just strictly because Johnson and Wales connecting on more of their opportunities. Shooting at a 50% clip. Very efficient through the first half of action. Daniels leads all scorers with 13 for Johnson and Wales. Meanwhile, Petty right behind her with a dozen on 5 of 7 shooting from the floor. Hoffman, baseline, dishes over, tipped out of play by Kyra Davis. Lynchburg maintains possession with 12 ticks on the shot clock. Hoffman to inbound. Up top for Sledge. Finds a curling Kaysen. Hesitates. Drops it off for Spainhour. Lost the handle momentarily. Pivots, goes up, kisses it off the glass and in. It does feel like Bree Spainhour is going to be a big X factor in this second half for the Hornets. She's got 6 points tonight as she draws an offensive foul against Rawlings. That's her second personal, team's first here in the first half. And it's the second charge drawn by Spainhour as well. Lynchburg trailing by 6. Poked away by Rawlings and out of bounds. Hoffman directing traffic as the inbound man. They feed Kaysen. Back to the inbounder, Hoffman. Parker for Sledge with 5 on the ticker. She's tied up. Possession arrow going in the direction of Johnson and Wales. Lynchburg starting to find their rhythm from the floor. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goals. Preston for Toscano. Finds Davis in the short corner. Offensive rebound Toscano. Can't get the second chance points. Out of bounds, Wildcats ball. Highlighted Toscano in the open, a lady that averages a double-double with 11 boards and 12 points. She has notched a double-double in 9 of their 10 games this season, and she's well on her way to continue that trend today with 9 points and 6 boards. Another turnover, this time from Toscano. Loses her footing while backpedaling back to the front court. Bounce pass for Spainhour leads to a whistle. She'll head to the line for a pair. Jacobisi back in for Kayla Sledge as you take another look at Bree Spainhour hacked in the act. First attempt is up and through. Bree Spainhour, one of the team's most efficient scorers from the charity stripe, shooting 81.8% from the line, goes 2 for 2. We're back to a 4-point game, the closest this contest has been since the first quarter. Daniels lost the dribble, out of bounds, another turnover. They're up to 17 turnovers. They've had 5 in the last minute and 45 seconds. They might have turned it over every single time they've had the ball here in the third quarter. Here comes the pressure. Sayla Parker stops on a dime. Back out Hoffman. Spainhour from the nail, over for Jacobisi. Underneath to a cutting Spainhour. Around for Kaysen. Pump fake. Floater. No good. Loose ball. Corralled by the Wildcats. Now the other way. Euro. Up and in. What a beautiful move on the interior. Wildcats back out in front by 6. Spainhour lost the handle, ripped away by Davis. Toscano, straightaway 3, you bet. Every single time these Wildcats have had a response when Lynchburg has gotten back within striking distance. Jacobisi underneath Spainhour, flips the floor, Kaysen. Book it! Brooke Kaysen with her 4th triple today. Underneath, Toscano, up and in. Layup made by Rawlings over the contest of Spainhour. Back out in front by 8. Parker around, Hoffman over for Kaysen, underneath Jacobisi. Parker from the perimeter, doesn't like it after a strong contest made by Crawford. A cutting Bree Spainhour, back doors open. Hornets bring it back down to a 6-point deficit. And the Wildcats want to talk things over. 44-50, 6:23 to go in the third.
Get small classes, nationally recognized mentoring and advising, and a community that has your back every step of the way at the University of Lynchburg.
At the University
welcome you back inside Turner Gymnasium. Hornets trailing by 6. It's been a back and forth third quarter with momentum swings in both directions like a pendulum. Crawford. Inside the pass, little too much heat on it, and it trickles out of play. Littlejohn across midcourt. Kaysen. Spainhour trying to get physical underneath. Can't get the lay-in to fall. Coast to coast. Off the glass and in. Back out in front by 8. Littlejohn trying to stretch the floor. The full court pass rolls out of play after Petty couldn't track it down. Drive inside, blocked by Spainhour. But a foul was called in the act of shooting. We'll take another look at it. Got her on the way down. Shout out to our replay technician, DeMont, doing it frame by frame. Crawford's first attempt is no good. A 68% free throw shooter this season. Offensive rebound and back out for Daniels. Daniels can't find anything. One on the ticker. A heave from Toscano, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul. Lake and Poe hacked in the act by Spainhour. Or pardon me, that one will go against Audra Petty. That's just her first foul. But now a chance for Powell at the free throw line. Poe's first one is up and through, a 50% shooter this season from the charity stripe. Second one no good. Poe saw her first action in December. She's played 3 games against all ODAC opponents in Ferrum, Guilford, and Averett. Schaefer, no good, left it short. Poe the rebound. Preston for Crawford. Toscano, wide open, straight away, 3. Splash. Littlejohn caught in a straitjacket. Now she wants to let it fly from way downtown. Finds the bottom of the barrel. Her first points of the evening. Daniels, step back jumper, no good. Fight for the loose ball. And possession arrow pointed in Lynchburg's direction. That will take us to immediate timeout. 47-56. Johnson and Wales on top. Lynchburg with possession, trailing by 9. It's been one of those games. 18 turnovers for Johnson and Wales. 14 for Lynchburg. Not a whole lot of glitter in this one. No glitz and glams. It's been a gritty contest. Outside Poole. Littlejohn to the interior. Spainhour backing down her defender. Kicks out, Poole for 3. Off the iron, and a foul by Kate Littlejohn as she tried to corral the loose ball. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. Littlejohn heads to the sideline after collecting her third personal. 3 team fouls on the Hornets, 2 for the Wildcats. Crawford kicks up top, triple, book it. Davis from deep. Three-pointer, Brooke Kaysen. String music from Brooke Kaysen. Lead back down to 8. Blocked by Spainhour. Rebound Jacobisi. Kaysen lost the handle, got it right back. Ball on a string as she heads to the short corner. Hoffman underneath for Jacobisi, working against Poe. And a foul on Poe. Kayla Sledge back into the affair for the Hornets. She will take the place of Jacobisi. Inbound to Sledge. Hand off to Poole, drops it off Kaysen, a long 3, on the money! Brooke Kaysen burying triples. Having herself a night. 6 of 8 from beyond the arc. Daniels looking to respond. With the right hand, the finger roll finish. And another Lynchburg turnover. Seven-point ball game. Wildcats refusing to give up the lead. Davis wide open in the corner, no good. Poole for Hoffman. Those two can't connect. Another Lynchburg turnover. 34 combined turnovers. With that being said, Lynchburg has moved the ball exceptionally well today. 14 dimes on 20 made field goals. .90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Crawford working against Parker. Wants to let it go. Off the mark, out of bounds, Lynchburg ball. And a timeout on the floor taken by the Wildcats. 7-point ball game with 1:19 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats leading. 60 to 53 our score with 1:19 to go in the third quarter of action. Johnson and Wales has led from the opening tip-off. Lynchburg still searching for that last bit of momentum to tie this one up and take the lead. Kayla Sledge spinning back, looking for help, pivots outside and right back in. Kayla Sledge cuts it to a 5-point game. Her first points of the afternoon. Under a minute to go. Crawford. Outside Daniels, another turnover for Johnson and Wales. Toscano back into the affair. Toscano, after somewhat of a slow start, now up to 15 points. Tied for a team high with Daniels. Meanwhile, Kaysen leading all scores with 18 points, all of which have come from way downtown. Spainhour's pass taken away by Poe. Nine-second difference between shot and game clock. Daniels, pull-up jumper, left it short. Kaysen the rebound. They can hold for one final shot and cut it to a single deficit. Madison Hoffman right on the doorstep. We're back to a single possession game. The closest we've been since the first quarter. Step back triple, Preston, no good, air ball. Lynchburg wins the third quarter 22 to 17. And we head to the final 10 minutes of action with a 57-60 point game. The Hornets have fought and crawled their way back into this one. They haven't done it on a Ferrari, but they've done it on a tractor. It's been slow and steady for Lynchburg throughout this one. After going down heavy in the first quarter, they have chipped away at this lead in the last two frames. Now well within striking distance, down by 3. Spainhour, reverse layup, no good. Sledge, offensive rebound, can't get it to go, but she's fouled in the act and earns a pair at the charity stripe. That one just floated in the air. A nice attempt from Sledge. And now a solid free throw shooter for Lynchburg with a chance to cut into that deficit even more so. Well, Sledge is a strong free throw shooter. Hasn't taken an attempt this year. Now she's shooting 1,000. Two for two. Kayla Sledge brings us back to a 1-point game. Just over 9.5 left to be played. Crawford back in for the Wildcats. Parker applying some pressure at half court. Lynchburg back in man coverage. Daniels for Preston at the top of the key. Toscano wants to go underneath for Rawlings. Can't get it to fall. Out of bounds. Lynchburg takes over. And this is a big possession for the Hornets. Every time they've had a swing of momentum, there's been a response. The Wildcats bringing out the full court pressure once again. Spainhour up for Parker. They're able to beat it. Inside Sledge, outside Parker, jumper, no good. Rebound Crawford, and she wants to go. Galloping inside, the Euro step, up and in, and the foul. There's the answer that we've been talking about. Every time Johnson and Wales has had a response, and that's textbook defense from Bree Spainhour. You can't ask her to do much else. But the Euro step is what created the space, and the physical finish gives her a chance at one more. Crawford can't connect on the and one opportunity. 0 for 3 from the line today. Littlejohn. Spainhour back to Littlejohn. Down low Sledge. Lost her dribble, and a travel called on Lynchburg. 18 turnovers for the Hornets, 19 for the Wildcats. Crawford across half court. Preston coated by Hoffman. Crawford letting it fly. Won't go. Out of bounds. And Lynchburg's leading scorer, Brooke Kaysen, back into the contest. Kaysen has also been big time defensively for Lynchburg today with 3 steals. Bouncer over to Hoffman. Spainhour turning, spinning, shooting, out of bounds. Blocked by Rawlings. Kaysen left it short. Hoffman the rebound and the basket. Another pair of second chance points for Lynchburg. The 5'5" sophomore guard has made her impact felt on the offensive glass tonight. Lead back down to 1. Preston in the short corner, fading away, gets it over just in the nick of time to Rawlings. Now Daniels hesitates, drives, shoots, fouled by Spainhour. That'll be the 3rd personal against Bree Spainhour. Team's 2nd foul here in the 4th. Daniels 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Her first attempt is up and through. Second one is up and in. 2 for 2 from the line. Inbound to Littlejohn. Reversed over for Hoffman. Now Littlejohn. Pull-up jumper. No good. Far left. Crawford for Daniels. Once again, Daniels making her presence felt on the interior. 19 points tonight. Spainhour looking for an answer. And she's hacked in the act. That one goes against Preston. Spainhour with a big pair of free throws upcoming. Still no ties or no lead changes. The lead has been as little as one here in the fourth quarter. Spainhour brings it back down to 4. And goes 2 for 2. Spainhour will take his seat on the sideline. Jacob BC re-enters in a one-possession game. Daniels. A 3-second violation on Rawlings and the Wildcats. That will be their 20th turnover tonight. Lynchburg with a chance to tie or cut it to 1. Hoffman hollering for it. Nobody's manned up on her. Littlejohn threw her legs over for Hoffman. Kaysen drops it off for Petty. Rolls out. Rebound corralled by Toscano. Now she's going to try from 3. The trailer can't connect. Petty botched the layup. Now the Wildcats want to slow the tempo. Trying to get it down to Rawlings against Jacob BC. Physicality on the interior. Up for Littlejohn. Kaysen, a triple. Bullseye! Brooke Kaysen, 7 of 10 from 3. And the Wildcats want to talk it over. 2-point ball game, 5:22 to go. Lynchburg trying to mount a comeback.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
We've got a barn burner on our hands, and it's all because of 24 in white trying to help the Hornets mount a big-time comeback. Brooke Kaysen, 21 points, all of which have come from beyond the arc tonight. 7 threes made by Brooke Kaysen. 66-68 our score. Johnson and Wales with the lead and possession. Sledge back into the affair for the Hornets, trying to add some size underneath. Toscano. Over for Preston, sets a high screen to the right side. She'll take it and go inside, blocked by Sledge, rebound Petty. They'll feed the hot hand. Sayla Parker surveying her options. Sledge lost her footing, found Kaysen. Littlejohn, drive, floater, yes! We got a tie ball game, 68-68. Our first tie of the night. Four and a half to go. Johnson and Wales. Preston from three, off the bank and in. The holidays are open, the banks are open. Tied up, Johnson and Wales with possession. Three-point game after the triple from Preston. Crawford carving her way inside. Lead back out to 5. Petty off back iron. Littlejohn streaking inside with the rebound and the lay-in. One possession game. Step back jumper for 2. Beauty. Lead back to 5. Outlet for Spainhour. Dropped off, what a pretty pass. Two-man game. Spainhour with the assist for Parker. 72-75, Johnson's and Whale leading. Littlejohn trying to force it to the left. Preston takes it right. Thought about a 3, now she'll give it up for Poe. Bullying her way inside, couldn't get the finger roll finish. Kaysen the rebound. Handoff right back to Kaysen. A 3, no good. Two and a half to play. Crawford inside, tangled up, and a foul called on Parker. Wow, that's a big call. We'll take another look at the replay. That is a big, big, big whistle. And now a big-time spot for Crawford, who's had 2 trips to the line tonight. She's gone 0 for 3. Shooting 68% this year. It looks like our officials are going to have a quick huddle. Not exactly sure what the meeting of the minds was about. They chose not to take a look at the last call on the floor. So it's a shooting foul for Crawford, who is shooting 68% this season, shot 62% a year ago, and is 0 for 3 today from the free throw line. Her first attempt on the money. Not a whole lot of rotation in that basketball, just kind of floats in the air like a pigeon. Two for 2. Knocked them down when they mattered the most. 2:20 to play. Lynchburg trailing by 5. In dire need of a late hot stretch. Littlejohn works to her left. Gets down low. The finger roll flip is up and in. The acrobatic lay-in from Kate Littlejohn in her first game back from injury. 2 minutes to go. Davis for Toscano. The dribble handoff. Looking for help. Dished up top for Toscano. 5 on the shot clock. Preston's got to go. Her 3, air ball. A shot clock violation for the 21st Johnson and Wales turnover tonight. Lynchburg ball, and they turn it over. Preston, the finger roll finish. They're back up by 5. That was Lynchburg's 20th turnover. Kaysen for Littlejohn. Offense has got to go. Down by 5. Need a bucket here. Hoffman wide open underneath. They find her. Up and no good. She airballed the layup. Nichols telling them to foul. Want to play the free throw game with 1:02 remaining. And Nichols calls timeout. (79-74), a minute to go. (74-79) with 1:02 remaining. Lynchburg still with 1 foul to give. Or pardon me, their most recent one was 1 to give. Now in the bonus, they will send Kyra Davis to the line, the sophomore guard out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Davis has not made a trip to the free throw line yet tonight. She is a 68% shooter this season from the free throw line. Through her career, a 67% free throw shooter. Her first attempt, bottom of the barrel, 6-point ball game. And you got to give a tip of the cap to this Johnson and Wales team that just refused to give up the advantage. Second attempt, no good. Still life for Lynchburg. 74-80. The pass to Littlejohn is ripped away by Preston. Toscano hacked, and she'll go to the line. That's just the way that this Johnson and Wales Wildcats team has won game this year. They have been sloppy on the offensive end to a T, but they've matched it with defensive intensity all season long. When you see a squad that's forcing 26 turnovers per game, that's going to raise some eyebrows. And they have certainly lived up to what they have done so far this season. First attempt rattles in. Wildcats out in front by 7. Up to 11 for 16 from the free throw line tonight. Toscano can't add to her 10th double-double of the year. Lynchburg called timeout. Trailing by 7 with 49.1. Only so many options in this scenario. Obviously, you got to get something quick. And if you feel like going for 2 or 3, you'd probably lean a little bit more so towards the 2 just to try and really get an easy, quick lay-in right around 40 seconds or higher. In that scenario, now you're down by 5. You send to the line. It's either a 5, 6, 7-point game at that point, and Then you probably try the triple no matter what happens. And you're right back in it. And there is a scenario where you don't have to keep fouling. If you can bury 2 buckets, and Johnson and Wales goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line, you could potentially hold. But it all starts here on this inbound play. They go to Little John at the top of the perimeter. Now over for Kaysen. Little John letting it fly. Can't connect. Loose ball. Corralled by Johnson and Wales. Crawford fouled, and that one will probably seal the affair. We'll still play the free throw game. Crawford connects. Lynchburg had a really great crack at this one, tied it at 68 with 4.5 to go. Cut it down to 3 after Johnson and Wales reclaimed the lead once again with 2 minutes remaining, but Lynchburg has gone scoreless over the last minute and a half. Well, a handful of turnovers have been the recipe to make the right cocktail for the Wildcats tonight. That kind of sums up how this Johnson and Wales team performs. It's so wild to see a team that and oftentimes can crack offensively and have a whole lot of turnovers, but they're able to recover so well on the defensive end that those cracked eggs then turn into a beautiful omelet. What this team can do is unlike anything you've seen in a while. It has absolutely been bananas. .6 Lynchburg ball. At this rate, you have to think about the 3. I mean, that's really the only place you can go at this stage of the game. Kaysen has obviously been the primary scorer tonight. They go to Little John. Nearly another turnover. Petty. 10 seconds have ticked off. Petty goes up strong, hacked in the act, and one. They go for 3 the old-fashioned way. You need a make here and a pair of misses on the other end. Rattles in. 5-point game. Even come away with a steal potentially. Little John, no foul call. Bodies hit the floor. Crawford fouled in the act of shooting. Can't connect on the and one opportunity. So 17.9. Crawford, who started 0 for 3 from the free throw line, now up to 3 for 7. Back iron. No timeouts left for Lynchburg. Missed them both. Hornets have got to go. Spainhour up for Petty. In the corner, the triple. Yes! Lynchburg back down to a 2-point game. That's about as perfect of a sequence as you could have asked. But it all comes down to these pair of free throws. The biggest pair of free throws tonight. If she goes 2 for 2, it practically seals it. One miss opens the door for Lynchburg. Davis got the first one, and that oftentimes helps the confidence a little bit. You found the rhythm, you've got the stroke, you've just got to recreate it. Second attempt, bottoms. 4-point game. A clutch pair of free throws. Up the floor, Littlejohn. Blocked. And corralled by the Wildcats. Johnson and Wales comes into Lynchburg's kitchen and cooks up a 84-80 win. The Wildcats improve to 8-3 this season. Lynchburg drops to 7-3. Both teams stay in town for other contests tomorrow. Johnson and Wales right down the road off Rivermont to play Randolph. Meanwhile, Lynchburg stays at home. They will play host to Emory tomorrow. You'll have Kyle Haney here for this one. We appreciate you spending your Friday afternoon with us. A big thank you to our whole production team. And we've got a volleyball coach, a lacrosse coach, a field hockey coach, all helping us out with a whole lot of the men's basketball players. From Joe Brennan, Mike Adams, thank you so much. Till next time, stay cool.